there. Hope everyone is doing great. We recently have one interesting scenario where we were dealing with some SuccessFactors integration and dates are where that actually came into picture for handling. So I just thought to create a quick bite on this. So within Java or previous scripts, there are various ways where you are actually handling the dates, where the dates are coming from the local time zone or a specific time zone. If you have to consider in those scenarios, some scripting we have to do it. So the very first date format is local date format. What this is representing actually, it's actually representing the local date and time, and you do not have any time zone specific information in it. So this is how the typically it will look like. So the example would be if you see some payload where we are receiving some dates, so it will not have any time zone specific information like Z or so. Okay, so that is where you can identify that this is actually representing a local date time. The feed is actually coming in the local date time format. So there is no time zone specific information is there. Now the second date format you will be seeing is with the offset date time, where you are expecting the date which you are receiving is in the UTC format. So these date formats format will have a Z at the end. This is how you will see the records within your feed. So this is representing date and time, and with the UTC time zone. Actually, it is representing the Z is a Zulu. That is what you will be seeing. And the third one is actually the zone date time. So this will also another date format where you want a specific date format to be assigning to your logic, where you are expecting a date conversion to happens specific to Asia Kolkata time zone or America New York. So in that case you will be using this zone date time. So this also comes into picture actually sometime when there is a requirement to convert the time zone specific conversion logic, you have to do it. So this is where we are having these three kind of formatting with us. So that totally depends what kind of data we are receiving actually. So majorly we will be dealing with the local date time and the UTC one, the offset date time. These two date time format actually we are generally actually dealing with, unless you have to convert the local or a specific date time format to the targeted date time format. So if that is the case, then we will be going with the zone date time. So now, what we actually came up as a part of the requirement is actually, so we were receiving some job applications from the RCM module, and this job application was having last modified date, and within job application, within the feed, we were also pulling some different portlets as well, like application status audit trail, and here also you will see the last modified for this particular portlet you are having. Same way, we are also having last modified specific for the candidates and last modified for the requisition as well. But what we need, we want to deal only the last modified of the job application. And while dealing with this last modified, what we have to actually do, we have to just check what is the highest last modified value we are receiving for all the job applications. So this particular payload is comprising of multiple job applications. 1 second, like that you will have multiple records within job application, and we have to consider only the last modified date time, and that is what we call it as a highest watermark we have to consider. And this highest watermark needs to be compared with the property or the last run which we are holding. So let's assume I am having a current watermark as a property which is 2024. This is what I have. I'm capturing as a last run date. Okay. So if this is greater than uh, the highest watermark value which is coming as part of the feed, then this needs to be overwritten by the property. Okay, so let's assume that the payload, whatever we are having, it is are the datetime formats coming in this particular format. I mean, these are the values which we are expecting multiple date last modified dates we are having corresponding to each job application. So the very first one is representing first job application, then second, then third. Like we are having, let's say, five job application, and all the job applications last modified dates we are having, and this needs to be compared with this. So how to get all the job application dates, and then how to do a comparison. So for this, what I had written a small script, and we will just do a quick simulation here. So I have given the same payload for our understanding, and here we are assigning the last run variable as a current maximum highest watermark, and this is the value we are assigning, and this value needs to be compared with the entire last modified date. So inside the script, what we have done, so first we are doing the parsing. So here we are just holding the reading the property value, and we are just passing it to as a LSRD, and then this needs to be compared later. So now this LSRD is then parsed into current local maximum. This is the variable we have created. Current maximum highest watermark is holding the last run variable. And then we are running a loop on the job application. This entire job application, whatever we are having, we are running a loop after parsing, and then we are just taking the last modified and then dot text, the value of that particular last modified date, and then we are doing a trim so that if there are any spaces in between, that can be ignored actually. So spaces in the sense, let's say we are receiving a last modified value, and if there is a space by mistake, there is a space coming in. So in that case, it should not fail. Actually, it should still be considering. That is what proactively we are handling it. So that is what this stream is doing, and then we are just comparing is after the current date and time. If that's true, then we are just overriding to a property current maximum higher watermark. So a simple script, and what we have done here, we have taken the first local date time format. This is what we have used for doing the conversion. So now if we do a quick simulation, we'll be able to see the results. So it will give us the result. So now if you see the simulation results, so we'll just see what is the value it's coming. So it is overwritten by 2026 112, and what was the previous value we were having as part of the last modified 2025. So this is how we can do a comparison of the dates. Now, there was one additional requirement later came in as part of this data handling specific for the dates. So I will also like to discuss that as well. So in the first scenario, we were only considering the last modifieds which are coming as part of the job application. Later, we decided that this last modified for the other portlet also needs to be considered as part of the feed. So if you see here for the job application audit trail, also we are getting some last modified. Same way for the candidate also, we are getting the last modified date. So we need to consider all the last modifieds, and then we have to do the same comparison. So if you see here, let's assume that payload below are for the last modified coming for all the dates compared to this particular date, and this particular, the first one is coming for the job application, then candidate, then job requisition, like that. If there are multiple last modified dates are coming from different portlets that needs to be compared, that is what we have to do it. So for this, again, we will be using the same local date time, but slightly there will be change in the code. So I will just show you that as well. So same payload we are considering for this particular testing as well. So if you go inside this particular section. So here what we are doing, we are just collecting all the last modified using the script find all. So it is actually finding all the last modified date, and then it is collecting everything, and that same trim is actually removing all the, if there are any spaces or something, it will be removing. And then finally, after parsing, we are doing a comparison at line number 27. That is what we were doing in the previous case as well. The only addition is using this set of statement, we are just collecting and collating all the last modified irrespective of all the portlets. So now if we do a quick simulation, so I have already done. So we are just starting the simulation from here, and then we can see that this is what the payload maximum LSRD and the current maximum highest watermark. So this is how you can implement this kind of scenario. So what we have to understand that there can be scenario where we will be considering local date time or the offset date time. So that will totally depends from scenario to scenario. So I hope this small bite will help you and give you some understanding, because sometimes in SuccessFactors we need to deal with this date conversion, so it becomes very tricky during that time. So I hope this is making sense, and happy learning. Thank you so much.